Alright, I'll interact with chat too. Hello everybody, I'm your host Pax with my co-host Contra. Today we have a wonderful match for you with NFG versus Muspelheim. I hope I pronounced that correctly, because Demonstar was giving me a little bit of shade for that. Starting with the banning phase, it looks like Muspelheim are banning first. They're defending first on Clubhouse, so I wonder what their ban will be, Contra.
Yeah, it looks like we are going to be starting out with the Maverick, a very strong ban, especially since they are defending first. That will stop a lot of the hard breach coming out, especially on CCTV.
Now we're moving on to the attacker bans. First coming out for NFG will be, I'm just waiting, will be a Zofia ban. Very interesting, considering Zofia brings a lot of utility for the attackers. Taking out the Zofia is very, very, very interesting coming out from NFG.
And then we are going to see an Echo ban once again from NFG. Pretty common ban. It denies the plant. So, very common ban, not just on Clubhouse, but almost every map. I believe Pax is having, once again, some more technical difficulties, trying to fix his mic.
Yeah, I just replugged in my mic again. Super wobbly and static, Sean. And the
final ban will be a Vigil. Definitely an odd lineup, and it also looks as if we are already going to need a rehost.
Right before you start, can you please put the selector over somebody in the leader or the scoreboard? I just want to see how far the delay is.
We're already in.
No, like in the scoreboard when you press select. Okay. My phone has this.
There's a timer. So, alright, we got this match underway. It looks like we are going to see OG going Church Arsenal. The Cade is still up, which is a very strong operator to deny those hatches, as well as the impact tricks that can be done on the kitchen hatch. They are also bringing out a Mira. Definitely a not too seen operator. She gets banned a lot.
Some pretty standard picks coming out from NFG with the Thermite, Thatcher, Hibana, IQ, and Buck. I wonder if there's going to be any 6-pick coming out from either team, considering looks like they have their operator set in stone.
Yeah, it looks like both teams are not going to utilize the 6-pick, with NFG having a very original lineup for a Clubhouse
Attackers need to locate and
they have
defuse
the
the
double
bomb.
hard breach, as well as the Thatcher for the denial. We're going to see how they're going to be setting this up.
Madman Slade with that reverb blow. Would you please specify what you mean by that? A very interesting setup coming out from OG with the the deployable shield in the modem hatch door. Mere setting up some rotation holes. It seems like they're trying something different with the mirror here. What do you think, Contra?
5 seconds to insertion.
I feel like it might be catching them off, or it might catch NFG off guard with this strat. It seems like they will not have any roamers, which makes sense with their lineup. The only one I can see roaming is Jaeger, which it does seem like he's going to be running off-site right now, and they are going to be setting up for some impact tricks with the Kaed.
Something to look out for. Sorry, I'll let you go first.
See that NFG are going to be starting their attack. Looks like they want to get that kitchen hatch, which is very standard, as they are going to be droning out the Buck. It looks like he may either want or have gotten the dirt open, as the Thermite already gets the hatch and not denied by the team of OG.
Kind of interesting that they didn't use their Hibana pellets to open up the kitchen hatch, considering that Hibana is probably one of the better operators to open up the hatch, in my opinion. Starting things off with Dead Star taking out Search Bar. That's the Buck out of play. That's a very, very strong for the defenders, considering that the Buck can now no longer make some vertical holes into sight.
Looks like we are gonna see some great aggression from Mortal here, wanting to challenge that Mira, even though she really can't because it is a Mira. But dropping Oil Pit, making sure that their presence is going to be known early on. Jaeger picks the gunfight with Hibana. Looks like the Jaeger's going to stay 100 health. The Hibana will be dropped down to 25 and will retreat.
Really good example of probably, I would say, Peeker's advantage. Considering when we looked at Explicit, his crosshairs were on Dead Star's head, but it just could be just client-side audio or client-side, what would be the right word for it? I would say just bad luck in general. Hemi taking out Demon Star. That's the mute along that's...
X-Flick will finally be dropped down, I believe, by maybe... Oh, it was Dead Star above. They still have not cleared out that Jaeger. Looks like someone was running out of Oil Pit, which seemed to be the IQ, who will take the fight with the Jaeger, not able to get any trades, as Hemi will go for the wall. Very aggressive smoke does not work, as he is now downed.
Coming down to the last 20-some seconds.
Looks like Hemi will be planting. Will he have the cover from Spartan? As Amiris tries to spray through the wall, trying to get it so close, but just not able to get it. Finally sees him, finally picks up the kill. Him and Ringo Dingo are going to be having to retake against that Thatcher.
Attackers need to protect the diffuser. Position compromised.
As the Spartan will, the Thatcher will pick off the Jaeger of CW Dead Star, who's doing so good early round. Will take the fight with the Mira, does not win it, and the Mira will be getting the diffuser off. A good round from both teams. Great performance by both Dead Star and Ringo Dingo, I believe it was, on the Mira, and we have Hemi quitting.
Please don't tell me there's another rehost.
It looks like it is. We are having another sound bug, or we don't know what the first rehost was, but looks like we're going to be having a rehost due to sound bug, as all of NFG is leaving. Round 2 of Clubhouse, NFG versus OG.
Javil Morir, this is Mr. Morim. I want dead. Very interesting language coming from Twitch chat, but considering Twitch chat has a collective IQ of a Redditor, so that is -1, I would say that is just something I should have expected.
Alright, so here we are. We are now moving on to the cache and CCTV hold, which a lot of teams will use as their priority site. We happen to not see that from OG, and going Arsenal the first round. We have a pretty standard attacker pick from NFG, including now the Jackal, to try and shut down CW Dead Star, but it will be very difficult for them to open up the CCTV wall with the Bandit as well as Cade. We will have to see how they adapt around it to make sure they get that wall, if they do want to get that wall.
Defuse bombs.
Ringo Dingo teasing everybody with the potential cat pick, but immediately switches off the cat back to the castle. Probably going to utilize his barricades to try to funnel the attackers into a certain little, what would you call it? A certain little, just hallway. Very standard lineup coming up from both teams like earlier, but switching off the IQ, bringing back the Jackal, like what Contra said earlier, trying to hunt down the rumor of Dead Star.
10 seconds left before insertion.
Yeah, it looks like Castle has set his stuff up to deny anyone trying to stop them on the wall, as well as keeping people safe inside of construction.
Attacker's objective is to
He will
defuse
the Jaeger will probably be roaming around, and we'll see how they have to play. EDW. Very controversial weapons when it comes to Jackal. Some like one, some like others. Don't know what exactly he's doing right now. Looks like he wants to open up a garage. Pretty standard, just free firing stuff, as it looks like they will try and go for the wall. We will see the bandit on the wall. We will be the one. He will be the one bandit tricking. Right now there is an electro claw.
players, who's in the control of the camera? That would be Contro. Looks like they have a Katie prepped right onto the wall, so just when the Thatcher decides to destroy that utility, the Bandit will be right in position to take out
Looks like
any
they
other
already
utility.
gotten the wall. Very early wall grab from an NFG, and they want to shut down any roamers, possibly in basement. We have Ringo Dingo sitting close in bar, though, challenging the people in stock, which I believe is a Buck as well as the Mortal on Jackal. They don't seem to know that he is rotated off to stage. Oh, the Jackal will see the castle. Castle will land the shots. Will get the down. Does he know that there's a second one in there? And will he rush the kill? The Buck wants to push up. They're so close to each other. Will we see it?
Claymore mine is up.
Buck is very low health going into this engagement. Didn't know Castle was close. Castle now has the diffuser, but looks like they have gotten the Jackal up and on his feet, as OG will pick up another kill, and it is a trade fest. Gnarly will pick up Hemi, but they do have the diffusers.
Reloading.
50 seconds left coming back from the clock. A late rotate coming out from Gnarly. Very interesting considering now that OG are now in the prime position with the man advantage.
Ooh, Mortal going to bite the dust from the castle, getting him as he walks into stock. This round is 100% in the favor of OG. There's no way NFG gets this unless Spartan Ruler somehow clutches off an amazing 1v3. Push this kind of bait out the drone. Does not see the castle laying down. Will get the kill though, and then immediately gets refragged from the Kaid of Always Gnarly.
Can we just talk about how the Jackal did not utilize his scans to try to hunt down any of the roamers? I believe, who was playing the castle again? I don't remember, but
the castle was Ringo Dingo.
The castle play coming out from Ringo Dingo, I believe that was what threw him off. And besides, the way that Ringo Dingo played out that round was very well done. Not rushing to secure the kill onto the Jackal was probably one of the smartest plays, and he was also able to get the diffuser down in the bar stair hallway. So a very good round coming out from OG. Now we move on to the third round, which will be a gym bedroom defense.
One of the main things we are seeing from one of the main problems we are seeing from NFG, it seems, is the lack of droning. Well, they did decide to pull out the Jackal that round. They still did not have enough drones. That castle went completely unknown once he rotated to stage and was able to get diffuser down as well as drop Mortal on the Jackal down to 25 and get the Buck. Very bad misplay from NFG. They have so many drones that they just aren't utilizing. Might want to try and see those come out a bit more as we get into round 3, gym bedroom.
You know, every time I come back to Clubhouse, I always think of Italy for some reason. I don't know why.
Italy.
I might just be hungry.
Weird.
I just might be hungry, Contro. Every time... Yeah. Well, considering that both teams have... Well, one team has... Or should I say, OG has not brought the Maestro out just yet. I think that's probably why... As a Maestro being myself, I would honestly say Maestro is probably one of the best ops on this map. But it's kind of interesting considering that OG are not bringing out the Maestro. What do you think of this?
It is a bit odd that we have not seen him yet, but it looks like Dead Star is going to be taking a lot of damage. I don't know if that was from a impact, a friendly fire, what it was. He will be dropped down to around 30 health. Definitely not good for them.
Nothing says Italy like Metal Rock and Choppers, lol. Well, yeah. I just really like the Italian ops. They're fun to play and very good. Well,
so looks
I'm not
like
sure about
this round we are going Looks like this round we are going to see the droning out from NFG that they may have needed, as Mortal will be droning down into blue and through oil to make sure they are not going to get any late flanks on them. Looks like Smeardy Wolf, I think that's how you say it. It looks like Wolf is going to get the first bandit trick off denying, but the Valkyrie will run out. That was Ringo Dingo, the person who has been doing so good this past few rounds, already shut down. Mortal taking a fight, did not do any damage, I think, as Exploit will be taken down from Wolf, or by Wolf.
Some trades coming out from both teams, some very good refrags coming out from OG, considering that they lost the man advantage immediately off the bat with the run out coming out from Ringo Dingo. But some good calls, I believe, coming out from both teams.
One of the problems with Mortal's take right now is, as we just saw on the camera of CW Deadstar, he has been on the garage camera this entire time, and you see it is still there getting pinged as he jumps in and goes for a take. As Mortal will get the kill on CW Deadstar, as well as Search Bar killing, I believe it was always Gnarly, as Mortal will keep trying to move up and take the fight with the Wamai here. Wamai runs away for some reason, and Mortal gets the kill. Wolf is now stuck in a 1v4 that he was not able to clutch out. He would have needed to ace to win that. Good round from NFG on the off-site of Jim Bedroom.
What I found interesting during that whole round was the fact that Mortal was sitting just on catwalk that entire round, probably waiting for the call for the pinch, or just droning it out. I think that was probably a smart round for Mortal, just waiting for the call, instead of just rushing on in and just possibly getting a few kills, then get traded out. But that was a pretty smart round for Mortal.
Yeah, Mortal walked in. He ended up getting, I believe it was 2 kills on the Jaeger and Wamai. He had droned himself into garage and was on catwalk. That made it to where that neither defenders were able to rotate back once the rest of the team started taking on to the site. One of the big problems, I feel, was OG not taking advantage of him being on the camera that entire round until he started moving in.
It looks like a Church Arsenal defense coming back out from OG. They may try some new different things, considering that Wolf is bringing out the alibi. Another Italian op, probably not really used much in this meta, considering Maestro has been really relevant and extremely strong in this meta. I wonder how OG are going to capitalize on the alibi holograms.
Attackers have located a bomb. 10 seconds left.
The alibi is definitely an odd pick and one that you will not see much. It looks like she is going to be placing them in more common spots, just trying to bait out the pre-fires and get some early information on NFG and where they are located.
I would say that's a pretty smart move, considering that I believe they're doing a kind of a turtle strat, if we could go back to that, Contro. It looks like NFG are coming in for kind of a sweep kind of take, trying to flush out any rumors that they can. Looks like Mortal droning in, trying to find anybody on catwalk, and CW Deadstar taking some damage. I'm not sure from where. Probably an engagement with Search Bar, which I believe is a new member on the NFG roster.
And Deadstar will be taken out from Exploit, who I believe we saw earlier moving in through Strip, but he has made his way outside to the bar window. Looks like maybe lagging a bit. Maybe a bit of a problem.
No rehost, please. No, I've had too much.
I think we are all asking for that. Mortal already down in blue. Do they see him on the mirror? I think the mirror will see him right there. Yep, definitely calling it out. Going for the peek, and will get the kill onto Mortal. Definitely not a good decision to be sitting right in the middle of blue, right where there is Mira watching. Search Bar will be opening the floor along with NFG Hemi, who is going to be opening up the hatch. The Havana will be going more for the Moto and Bar hatch. Looks like they may have found a defender in bathroom after some shots were sent out. Looks like they're going to ignore it. as we can see that the only defender right now that is off-site is Wolf, who looks like he will be going for a flank from the garage side. He was never cleared out after Mortal droned him. This could be very bad for NFG if he's able to come up and get one or maybe 2 picks from the bar side.
Mortal probably thought it was a clone, though.
Bomb located
I'm just
by
joking with
attackers.
you. Well, I'm not sure if NFG know this or they have any flank drones. Like, Wolf could probably capitalize on this. This is probably some bad droning coming out from NFG.
Looks like Slick may have seen the alibi though. Looks like the lag may have killed him as Wolf will drop down blue hatch. But they are already inside Moto as Hemi will get the immediate refrag onto the alibi. Spartan is on very low health as they go for the take. Look, I think it might have been Kaid as they did hear the TCSG firing. One behind black box will die. That is the Kaid. Looks like
10 seconds remaining.
Looks like Ringo Dingo on the Miro will get NFG Hemi as they make their way into Arsenal. No diffuser, search bar in a 1v2. He will not get the mirror with the spray. Still will not get the mirror, and he will
Operators, you have run out of time.
Ragnar says, Pax is obsessed with Maestro. Yes, Maestro is probably one of my most played ops, considering I just really like the Alda. The thing is literally just a machine gun, LMG, no recoil, 81 bullets. Just, in my opinion, perfect op. Don't at me, Maestro, perfect op.
Maestro is definitely a very strong op with his utility as well as his weaponry. Even though the Bailiff may be looked down upon, it is still good for making those quick rotates. Not quick, but making those small rotates that you may need in between sites.
What?
And
who looks down on the Bailiff? The Bailiff?
It is a very looked down on weapon. It actually is.
I would say it was inconsistent. I would say it's a very inconsistent weapon.
It is. It is very inconsistent. I will agree. But maybe we'll see more out of it after the newest operator, who is not allowed in the comp scene yet, Oryx, was able to pick it up. Looks like we will be seeing the same operators from the original Cash and CC hold.
Which I think is very interesting.
It worked well in the original round as they did pick up the win by a pretty good landslide, mainly off the back of Ringo Dingo on that castle. I wonder if we will see him playing down in bar and stage again, or if he thinks that would be a bad idea due to the fact that them know that. We do have no Jackal. Once again, looks like they didn't like how that was playing out, which I don't blame them. Definitely wasn't doing too great.
Some very interesting changes coming out from NFG's roster. It looks like they dropped the Hibana just to bring out the Jackal and the IQ both. A little bit of shaking coming out from Mortal. He may just be trying to open up some barricades just for a little bit of sound. It doesn't look like
Jackal of Hemi wants to move into the logistics side. There is one over there who is watching his own camera, which is in fact Dead Star, the person in there. IQ is going to be setting up a Claymore as well as taking a quick shot on Catwalk. And they do know that there is a Wamai up there, and it looks as if they are going to be getting the wall. As Search Bar gets the kill onto Ringo Dingo, the man who had done so good the prior round on Cash CC. They are struggling to get the wall open as Mortal wants to challenge a guy and gets the kill onto the Ramai on Catwalk, as well as almost gets the head of Cade and will eventually down him. A quick entry into garage, getting 2 kills onto them. Another one will want to peek it. Looks like it's the Bandit. Bandit not able to land his shots. Will he get it? And Bandit will get a kill onto the IQ, but at the cost of 2 other defensive operators and the breach wall. They've thrown up from search bar, trying to get Demon Star. Demon Star will land the headshot though onto him as he's on red stairs. As we are going to see Spartan Root. This is a very strong angle. Watching red, he can see the bandit through the little slits of glass that was done long ago. Bandit and him will trade out shots. As Dead Star, that roamer, gets Hemi, the jackal, who you think would be able to find his footprints and spot him, but we have NFG deep inside of sight. Demon Star and Dead Star, the two stars will have to work together as the plant will start to go down. Dead Star in a very good position for this, them not knowing where he is. He can almost stop the diffuser, not able, as the thermite will get the kill onto Dead Star, left to Demon Star. Going for the retake in the 1v2, not in the best position here as the pings will come out. Will miss all the shots onto the Thatcher as he will move outside to try and hold this. And it pushes in and gets his head taken off, sadly, by Spartan Rule, as the attackers of NFG will win the CCTV round.
Can we just talk about how NFG nearly just threw that round? Demon Star and Dead Star were almost able to clutch out a 2v5. Just the attacks are just not going in the right way for NFG, but neither for the defenses for CCTV and Cash for OG.
That was a very close round, starting off with Mortal getting two very early picks onto the Kaid and the Wamai on the catwalk. Had the Kaid still have lived there, that round probably would have gone in the other direction. Dead Star, who's on the Jaeger, he was almost able to deny the plant, just was not able to see the Thatcher, I believe it was, planting. Hopefully this round we can see some adjustments as they go back there to maybe counter not just the IQ, but that entire take from NFG.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
It looks like OG are retrying that site again with the same operator lineup.
Attackers have discovered the
What becomes
location of a
interesting
bomb.
to me is that NFG are bringing the Lion. I haven't seen Lion play that often, considering that the 20-second minute has been pretty prevalent. I'm not sure how the NFG are going to utilize the Lion scans in tandem with their very strong entry frag of Mortal.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, the Lion is definitely a very strong operator to try and stop either the roamers in their tracks or for a very aggressive play like we did see from Mortal last round. Hopefully this round we can see how they are just going to use the Lion with the rest of the team to try and make a... And here we see the Buck taking some shots from the Wamai in a very early engagement on Wolf. No, that was the Cade. That was the AUG I heard. As he will be holding the top of Garage Catwalk. Mortal definitely wants him out of there, but knows he cannot take the fight.
What's interesting to me from NFG is that they're not utilizing the Jackal that they had. Jackal was actually working out a lot for them in the early rounds, but considering moving on to the Lion, which I find interesting, it may just be another pocket strat. And there goes the first Lion scan coming out. Does look like they're trying to go for a workout take and try to push in and try to find any roamers coming in from main and workout. Doesn't seem like they're focusing too hard on the main wall right now.
Looks like they're trying to get Ringo Dingo, who once again is now playing in bar, as Mortal will try and make an attack onto him, maybe with the Lion.
Tango spotted.
Shots will be traded, or maybe, I heard shots, I'm not too sure who or what. Looks like it may have been Wolf, as the Buck opened up the outside construction. Well, as they make their push into construction very quickly, as the Lion will go out maybe a second too late. Search bar just not able to know where the Wamai is going to be dropping the hatch right where the castle was playing. he might be able to get a couple, but no, he is rotated to bathroom, as Mortal will be getting the first pick of the round onto Always Gnarly once again on that catwalk. Marty Wolf will get Hemi
Changing mags.
as they start to push it. Looks like he wants to counter that IQ, knowing that she's in the catwalk foot. Looks like it's going to be very difficult. Pushes into construction, loses out to X-Flick. At the same time, Mortal gets the kill onto CW Deadstar. We did have Ringo Dingo on the backline trying to flank as Demon Star will be dropped down to 1 health. Gets the kill onto the IQ, back to a 2v2, very low health as Ringo Dingo will get the kill onto NFG Exploit. Search Bar has left the game. Looks like we might need a third rehost. And it is up to Spartan Ruler in the 1v2. It is definitely very possible with the Bandit being so low health, but with the crossfire, it's just too much for him. Drop down to 5 health, and the round will be won from OG.
Don't you just love rehosts? Solo Chink says no rehost.
Happened. No rehost? Okay.
It looks like NFG are gonna have to play in a 4v5. They've used their rehost.
They have already used their rehost for this match. It looks like they are either going to have to play in a 4v5 or get, I believe it was, no, it was not. It was Search Bar, I believe, who has left the game. They will either need to get him back or play out the rest of the match in a 4v5 as NFG Hemi will now leave the game, followed by X-Blake, Spartan Ruler, leaving Mortal in a 1v5, a weird tactic from NFG. Maybe it'll work in their favor. I guess we'll have to see.
A very interesting pick coming out from OG, bringing the Ying. Probably trying to get used to the Ying, considering that she is getting a buff next, I believe, next season or next patch with the extra Candela and the damage buff to her LMG. But also another weird pick coming out from OG is the Blackbeard. I haven't really seen Blackbeard used often in clubhouse tags, so this is going to be very interesting round. No, interesting in the fact that they're bringing some weird operators, and the fact that Mortal's in a 1v5. Looks like Mortal
we'll have to see how Mortal decides to set this up for the attack of OG, which is going to be a very difficult round for him. You absolute 1v5, 3 minutes on the clock. Or OG can either use this to rush site, or they can find his position and force the 1v5 fight between him. Looks like they know exactly where he is as he shoots the wall. Looks like he might be trying to write something in the wall. Yes, he does. With the time, having some fun.
Is it too late to ask for a knife fight? Is it too late to ask for a knife fight? I would love to see
I
a knife
believe
fight
it is, as it looks like OG is trying to get in very quickly as Wolf will jump right into Mortal's gunfire, as Mortal knew exactly where he was. And looks like another one going on Garage. Nope, outside Garage. Firing off just a couple shots as they are trying to find a way in to attack the now 4v1.
I think it's so
I think he's trying to chase the gunshots that are no longer there. He has now been detected. They know he's in Garage. Demon Star has now left the game.
Okay, rehost. So Jane just asked for a rehost. Do we count that round? I would say not to count that round.
Round 7, where NFG will start their defense. Round is 4 and 4.
The Contro.
Yeah.
Every time that we have to rehost, we have to change our accents just to make it more interesting for the viewers.
Okay, buddy, you can stop there. Hey, look at that. We will finally see that Maestro that you have just been begging for now. Hopefully,
Finally!
he's played up to your standards. As we'll also see a very, not gonna say generic defense, but definitely one that is not uncommon, as well as the attack. Definitely a stranger lineup, not bringing any thermite. The Blackbeard will be sick to pick off. They are sticking the Ying, and looks like Demon Star actually will pick up the thermite for the Blackbeard. Smart pick in my option, because who wants to see a Blackbeard sit outside for the 3 minutes 'Cause I don't think y'all do.
My two most played ops in the
Defenders,
game,
protect your bombs
Thermite
from
and
being defused by
Maestro.
attackers.
I am reveling in glory as the support is coming out from both teams.
Attackers have discovered
Yes!
the location of a bomb.
Sorry, I just really like support play. As you don't know, I do play support for Outcast. Contra probably very disappointed in me.
Sure you do.
Well, I'm
not anymore.
Oh no.
So
what?
looks like
What?
we're going to see a sort of
Contra?
same hold as we saw from OG, bringing out the
10
castles,
seconds left
as
before
well
insertion.
as I believe one of them will be playing on Catwalk with that
5
rotate
seconds to
there.
go.
So we will just
You
have
wanna
to
finish that
see
sentence,
how they
Contra?
do it.
Attackers' objective
wanna
is
finish
to
that
defuse the bomb.
sentence?
You want to finish that sentence, Contra? I'm looking at you.
I love you,
I
Pat.
got-
It's okay. There, I've said it. Now let's get back into this match.
I got my
We're
eye
going
on.
to see Mortal, the Mozzie actually, is going to be the one out there on the catwalk. Will he have the defense he needs as he starts firing shots? Looks like we're going to see a double hold from Search Bar as well. Definitely a bit strange, something you don't see too often. They're going to try and deny the drones as OG will make their way to try and get the default wall here. Looks like they may have some troubles though with the bandit as that thermite plays a little bit too early. There we go. But the bandit will get the trick off, sad. Oh, wrong side. Never mind. The search has rotated off into construction. Mortal will be staying on the garage catwalk and actually holding an angle onto the breach. Definitely a bit of an odd strat. I don't know the best angle for him, but Ringo Dingo will come in. They will both trade out multiple shots. Ringo at a lower health than Mortal as the fight will continue. I would think that Ringo would stop trying to fight this as it does not seem to be going in his favor as they are trying to watch the rotate out from garage. Gnarly trying to give the calls for the Ying so they can win out this
Bomb
fight.
located by attackers.
Does not seem in his favor though. He keeps trying to peek on to Mortal. Mortal may not know he's on a drone though.
Some very risky plays coming out from the Ying or Ringo Dingo, just peeking in again and again, trying to find the head of that Mozzie. I don't
But
know.
always
Oh, Mozzie
Gnarly
gets taken out.
did move
Down.
in from the bottom of garage due to that not being reinforced. A misplay on the Ying as it will get Spartan Ruler. Wait. I actually missed what happened there. And Hemi will hit the Claymore from Demon Star. They're going to be moving into site, putting Esports in a 1v3 in which they
Oh no! He even started with that Claymore kill onto, I believe that was the Jaeger, but and the attackers went out the round. It's a very, very interesting, nearly a throw coming out from OG with the Ying accidentally flashing, I believe, always Nari on to the, I believe it was the Thatcher. If not, I don't think there was a
I
sledge play.
believe that is what happened. I do believe that the Ying either missed through or when she had died, dropped her Candela on the floor, blinding the Thatcher. I could not fully see what happened there. Sadly, I believe that is what ended up happening. Though, as the round will go in OG's favor, a very strong attack. I feel like NFG definitely could have won that had they had the bottom of garage reinforced. That definitely opened up the free kill onto Mortal, which opened up the entire garage for OG. And then following the retake off the Jaeger, getting garage control back, running out, and dying to the
Attackers need to
Claymore.
locate and defuse as many bombs as
Some
they
round predictions coming out from chat 7273. Honestly, if NFG don't change up now, we may see a very one-sided victory, or some very one-sided attacks coming out from OG. probably taking out this whole entire match with a 7-2 victory, in my opinion. Their attacks have actually been strong with their very good team communication. As long as they don't mess up that one slightly mistake, we could honestly just see a 7-2 victory coming out from OG right now.
10 seconds left.
A 7-2 victory would definitely be strong for OG and leave them
5 seconds to go.
undefeated this in their division, which would be very strong
Attackers'
for
objective is to
them. It
locate
looks
a
like
bomb and
Henny
defuse
may
it.
have set up a Maestro cam upstairs or just reinforcing. I honestly don't know. As OG will now start their attack.
Some very, very good six picking from, I would say, from OG, bringing up the Capital, knowing that probably NFG are not going to bring a Wamai. OG are probably going to really utilize Capital's asphyxiation and firebolts to his fullest potential. Capital, in my opinion, can probably be one of the make or break operators in your attacking lineup just because of the utility he can bring.
Capital is definitely a very strong operator with the highly wanted smokes, as well as able to deny an entire area with those asphyxiating bolts. It definitely makes it hard and could cause a lot of stress for the defenders, as they have already gotten Blue Hatch open, which was actually unreinforced, followed then by Moto Hatch. This has now caused a lot of pressure onto the blue side as they are in. Almost the pick onto Mortal or on Dingo Dingo as Mortal will see the shoulder. Bring some shots, doing about 3 damage, just not enough cycle. Dingo Dingo will fall off into the Lesion. Not able to get it as Search Bar will pick up the first kill of the round onto Always Gnarly, just not cleaning out above. The same problem that NFG had on their attacking rounds. Bit of an odd spot for the Thatcher to be all the way up in CCTV. Definitely an off play as the Ying will be downed and finished off by Mortal. Refrag from CW Deadstar though onto Henny, which is their Maestro. Once again, just a bit of an odd spot. Peeking the Moto doors, they go for the drops in from the Capital. And as Spartan will reveal the kill onto Wolf, and it is now on to Deadstar in a 1v3. They are all 100 health, definitely going to be a hard round for Deadstar to pull off, but definitely not impossible.
It looks like OG were trying to set up for a church plant, but just the bad firefights coming out from both teams probably what sealed the round for NFG. It looks like this round is just forfeit for OG right now. If I were Deadstar, I would just take this time just to recuperate with my team and try to find a way just to bring the round back in our favor. Try to regain that momentum, anything we can do. But right now the round goes to NFG with a little bit of godly knives coming out from Search Bar.
One of the biggest problems was in fact Search Bar on that defense. Did the exact same thing that happened to NFG on their takes, where they just were not clearing above, and Always Gnarly being the first one dead in the round, all the way up in CCTV. Seems like he may have gone for the clear, just did not have the info or the gunfight in his favor. But we will go back to CCTV, where OG had a very strong attack onto and won the round. Let's see if they can do that again and wins.
It doesn't look like OG are going to re-bring that Ying, which was pretty strong, until he got shut down by, I believe it was Search Bar again. It looks like they're going to be sticking their operator lineup, not retrying that Ying again, which was very strong for them earlier with their first attack onto CCTV. Some very, very standard lineup coming out from NFG, but what is interesting to me is probably going to be the dog play. Mortal. No extra cams coming out from the dog, even though he does have access to the bulletproof cam. It looks like he's going to be sticking to just the normal barbed wire MP5 roll. Probably might go for a spawn peek, but I'm not sure. NFG are actually playing this
10
just
seconds
this
left
entire
before insertion.
game just extremely weird in my opinion. I'm not sure how
to go.
they're going to try to capitalize on this, but just looking from this lineup, I would just
Attackers
honestly
must
say this is
locate
going to
and
go
defuse
for
the bomb.
an OG round.
Wall is reinforced.
Yeah, it seems like NFG have either not fully known what to do going into these rounds or have just been making it up as we go. It's definitely very strange and not something you want to do, but it seems to be working to some extent as they do have 3 rounds in their favor. Sadly, OG does have the 5, so it does not seem like it is working as well as they may want it to. It looks like Ringo Dingo, the same person that was on the Ying challenging Catwalk, wants to do it again, as I believe it is, in fact, Immortal on the Catwalk once again, as Spartan will get the first bandit trick. A Cap's Helmet will go in though, put him down to 30 health. And the search bar may take a button out and just wants to shoot the reinforcement, I believe. Maybe. Flash is coming in from the window. They do know that one is out there. As Buck will be opening up the logistics to do some opposite side pressure onto the defenders. It is castled off though. Definitely a weird castle, but I can see the effect of it. Looks like
I
Michael did
believe
get tagged as he did overstep. Go ahead.
I believe the castle's just for a little like a deterrent, so whenever I would say OG drone out logistics, it try to deter them from actually dropping in there. That's what I believe what they're trying to achieve with that castle on logistics door. 1 minute 17 left on the clock, and looks like everybody is still up, trying to fully utilize that 20-second meta. Ringo Dingo actually starting things up with a kill onto Mortal. That's actually taking out one of their best fraggers on the other team. Ringo Dingo has been actually doing an extremely well job in this entire match. It looks like Demon Star is going to be taken down by Spartan right now, with trading it back towards an even 4-4.
Wolf made his way into sight, just was not able to land the shot. Search bar goes out and gets him after he kills Henny. They're able to create a cross onto the thermite that was crouch walking in. Search bar trying to get out, giving up the sight unless Explict isn't. Explict running away as well. Hope they have diffuser, but no, it is in the hands of Ringo Dingo as they now make their way in. They do not know that the search bar on Jaeger is going for the garage flank where both of them are. But Ringo Dingo will get the kill onto Isplit, now opening up sight, not planting in the best of spot, as Search Bar looks right over him. They get him as he comes up, but he will get the Thatcher and then misses all the shots, but gets the kill on the IQ, able to end up the round being a little bit toxic on that kill, but he did get the clutch. So
Defenders have disabled the bomb diffuser. Defender mission
Very good
success.
clutch coming out from Search Bar. Just absolutely just a very masterful flank from him. I don't know if OG had any flank to himself or they just destroyed the drones. But other than that, a very good clutch coming out from Search Bar.
yeah, there was definitely either a lack of intel from no sound as he came up garage or made his way onto catwalk, or a lack of drones and proper cameras on him. I also want to take the IQ on Ringo Dingo. Although he has been having a really good game so far, that was definitely not the best place to plant as it left him totally open. I don't know. We'll have to see how this is played, as we have pretty normal operators pulled out from both teams, now going gym bedroom. We'll have to see how NFG defends it, as well as OG attacks it, and who will win out this round, as it is now becoming a semi-close game, moving it 4-5. I believe it was
Attackers need to locate and
JMO
defuse
or
bomb.
Vexing with the 2-7 prediction, and Solo Chain with the 3-7 prediction. Both of those are now out of here.
I would honestly think NFG might be able to might be able to come back with this. Their defenses are looking extremely strong in my opinion. I'm not sure if OG are reading into this. They just need to set up their flank drones and try to get their utility up. Other than that, they're just been destroyed by the roamers coming out from Search Bar and I believe Spartan Ruler.
10 seconds to go. 5 seconds left before insertion.
Yeah.
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse
So
it.
here we will have to see how OG attack this. They do have the Capital once again. That was the one that ensured them to get the wall on CCTV last round. And NFG do have the castle that will protect the bandit for at least some bit as shots will start flying through the wall, or through the window, sorry, on top of main stair. Castle peeks it, gets his head taken off. Definitely not a smart gunfight, not just with the but also having the hollow sight, which will not beat out an ACOG at that range. Definitely a misplay from Exploit there, as Wolf also does a good bit of damage onto Search Bar, lowering the low health. Search Bar will get the kill onto Demon Star though. Couple more shots taken, I believe, through the wall or through the window. He's now extremely low.
Well, it looks like Explosive was trying to go for a Canadian. Worst gun in the game, oldest crap. You're playing Twitch, Geo, Twitch.
Time to make a new.
Seems like the bandit trick will be successful here, as they just did not see him coming. With the lack of that Capital, he's no longer able to put it through the drone hole, and Thermite just wastes his second exothermic charge on it. Now they have no way to get that wall, which will make this attack way harder.
The bomb diffuser.
They will have to adjust, maybe go through logistics, sorry, to try and make this work, as Hemi will pick up a kill onto Dead Star through the same window that Dead Star had killed Slick through earlier.
It kind of looks like OG are trying to slow down their attack. With a minute 20 left on the clock, they do have enough time to do that. But it looks like they're just trying to hunt down these roamers. Just in the last few minutes, or just the last minute in the round, looks like Ringo Dingo mixing a few shots onto Search Bar. Just very, just could honestly be the round sealer for NFG. If Ringo Dingo was able to get out the shots onto Search Bar, they might be able to execute on site. But right now they still have Search Bar, who's been so elusive these past few rounds. Just honestly might be able to clutch it out. Now in a 1v3, all NFG have to do is play time. Always known has been very strong for for OG, excuse me, so far in the round, trying to connect them some shots onto Hemi, but can't connect.
Bomb located by attackers.
Don't know what he's trying to do. I'm not sure if he has diffuser or not, but looks like he's trying to plant in workout.
I do not believe he has diffuser. I believe diffuser went down with Demon Star or Ringo Dingo as he would try and push through. He gets the kill onto Search Bar, just not able to do much. Now this pass will open up behind him, and the round will go to
Operators, you have run out of time.
OG really need to start putting up their flank drones, because Search Bar has been the phantom of this match so far on defense for NFG. He's been straight up coming in every single round and just absolutely tearing up their offense. Search Bar has been just straight up tearing up OG's offensive. They need to bring the Jackal. They need to bring some sort of flank denial. Right
Looks
now,
like they are going to be grabbing the Nomad, which will cut down those flank. That may have been something I would have six-picked onto, as now they will know that they have a Nomad and expect that. Be looking out for them. We are definitely seeing a couple rounds that should go in OG's favor, and NFG is either capitalizing due to lack of flank watch or just brute aggression and over peaking. That seems to be working. That should be shut down by OG, as we see Search Bar after this rehost doing extremely well now. Well, the rest of his team is there to support
Attackers
him.
need to locate and defuse as many bombs as
We're
they
going
can.
back to Church Arsenal, which they have previously won, as Exodus still seems to be lagging, having some internet problems, I believe, there, as he impacts himself.
Bomb located by attackers.
Definitely not the play there.
Looks like
they're
a
gonna be
very
doing some normal reinforcements, including the church wall and dirt.
looks like a very standard
10 seconds
operator
to
lineup
insertion.
for the church arsenal hold. Just two roamers
5
and
seconds to go.
three very strong anchors on defense. Doesn't just one operator change up for OG, changing out to the Nomad. Honestly, a good idea in my opinion. Just trying to isolate or just deny search bars flank, which has been very strong so far.
Oh, the almost team kill from Wolf onto Dead Star. That definitely could have been close, and basically a round ender, as that would have been their only hard breach down. We have Search Bar playing extremely aggressive here in the pool table. Looks like the Capital may know he's there or just be stopping to drone. Runs right across the
Attackers
window.
dropped the
Does
bomb
not look
diffuser.
like he actually does
Attackers
know he's there.
recovered the diffuser.
Search bar sees another one. Oh, there's the Twitch. Gets a double kill for it onto Demon Star and Wolf. That is both the Capital and the Twitch down just off of a lack of droning. Definitely not a smart play there, as it looked like they may have been passing the diffuser, but Ringo Dingo will immediately get the refrag onto Search Bar.
Swapping backs!
They will at least shut down the Jaeger and Roamer. Does not look like there is another one. I thought maybe the Ella, but she is playing on site with the FO12. Not one you see too often, and one that's, or a weapon that's looked very down upon. Luckily in this, they still have the hard breach on Dead Star, which looks like he will be getting Bar and Moto Hatch. As well as
I would honestly
some
say the
other jobs
FO12
are put up
is...
for flames.
I would say the FO12 is underrated in my opinion. Ever since I believe the Rico nerf backend, I think it was Blood Orchid, not Blood Orchid, Burnt Horizon.
Blood Orchid, so...
No, I meant to say Burnt Horizon, but I guess I just thought differently. The FO12 is an amazing weapon, honestly.
I actually believe, I think it was either Phantom Sight or Burnt Horizon. Or not Burnt Horizon, I meant Ember Rise. I feel like it was one of those two seasons, because it definitely was not too
A bomb
long
has been
ago.
located.
We will just have to see how it is used, which looks like he wants to play very aggressive under the main stairs, while the rest of his team is still sitting back. Pulls out the pistol, and the Nomad will land a couple shots. Looks like he wants to keep peeking it with that pistol. Seems like a very strange move from Mortal, as that pistol just is not the best. We will see Hemi on your favorite operator, Maestro, get one kill, traded out. Always Gnarly gets a kill on a
10
Spartan
seconds to go.
Wool, as he tries to push up along. They just will not have the manpower
5
to do
seconds
it.
to go.
Mortal pushes up on Moto, and Hemi will finish out the round onto Always Gnarly. The Thatcher pushing through. I think that without a doubt, the killer of that round was the double kill very quickly from Search Bar. They need to get those early drones in and be watching for stuff like that to happen, as now from the 4-2 going into the half, NFG will be moving into match point.
Honestly, if OG were to do something right now, they have to play just smarter. They're doing some very, very interesting mistakes, like point passing with the diffuse with the Twitch and Capital, two very strong operators, one for her gun and the other for utility. Just shut down earlier in the round. Search Bar just taking that opportunity, very smart of him. I don't have any words. Just OG just need to play smarter. They're just making these very, very, very minor mistakes. They're having a major impact on to the round. As
Defenders, protect your bombs from
as
being
OG
defused by
stared out a
attackers.
match point, it looks like they're making a few operator changes.
Frag out.
I am aware of how I am aware that OG had a match last night in a separate league that they did not do too well in either. Maybe they are just burnt out from playing, or NFG is getting the best of them, as well as the team that they did play yesterday. We have to see something from them right now if they want to stay alive in this game, as it is now 6-5. Definitely not the ideal spot, especially when you are up 4-2. You only need 3 rounds to win it, yet you only get 2 and allow the other team 3. So we'll just have to see if they're able to win out the rest of these rounds, as it seems like there may be a spawn peek from Search Bar, lands a couple shots, definitely gets the worst end of it, as always Gnarly is at a slightly higher health than him. He will rotate all the way to strip. He may be going for the run out on the opposite side of the map. Definitely something you don't see often. Another weird thing is Mortal has all 3 of his cameras still. Definitely seems like a waste of utility to still have those. And yes, we see he's going for the run out. Now does not look to see anyone.
Search Bar playing very
well as the Thermite. They're going to be trying to get this main CCTV wall by doing the double hard breach. Looks like they will be getting the right side, and that will drop the Bandit of Spartan Ruler off. Search Bar still looks like he's going for that run out. Just sitting out there on the default cam that just has not been shot. As Ringo Dingo will get Mortal, the guy on the Valkyrie on Catwalk. I still do not believe that any of his cams were thrown out prior to him getting picked. With that now, they have Garage open. They could go for some sort of push through there, as well as the breach being opened, as Wolf will get the kill onto Search Bar. The strong NFG player. This is definitely opening up the round for OG to take this to overtime after allowing a couple rounds. We will have to see what happens here, and if NFG are able to take the 5-3.
It looks like
he lands a couple shots on the Spartan Ruler, lowering him to very low health. That completely, and Spartan Ruler will then eventually be downed. They are drumming in right now. They may be able to see that. But the caster there, Gnarly, kills NFG Hemi, who was the smoke on top of Red Stairs. They can now completely move in, as always Gnarly and Ringo Dingo finish out the round in a flawless round. Very weird coming from the lack of round wins in these past couple rounds. I said rounds a lot there. But definitely a strong comeback coming from OG with the flawless CCTV take, and we will see NFG back on defense now. Looks like they're going to be going Church Arsenal, the place that they've been doing so strong on with their defense. Hopefully we can see OG still keep on going strong, and who knows, maybe get a second flawless here.
What I found interesting coming out from that round was that, like you said earlier, Mortal not utilizing his cams to his potential. He still had 3 cams on his body. If he were able to set up his cams during the preparation phase, that might have been game over for OG. But it was weird that he just kept them on his body, which is a little bit weird to me. When you play Valkyrie, in my opinion, you just want to get your cams out in that preparation phase, or if you're trying to throw an outside cam, just immediately once the round or the preparation timer hits 0, 0, 0. So having his 3 cams on him was pretty weird in my opinion.
Yeah, I bet his teammates right now are doing the exact same thing that Ragnar, I guess, has done to OG, which is yell at him. I know if I was on the team, I would want to be yelling at Mortal, since the only thing, since a lot of people don't like Valkyrie's primary gun, which is the MPX, which I personally very much enjoy.
It's a good
gun. People just rely on her
bomb
cameras, and not throwing them out was definitely a big lack to the start of that round. as we will see OG now once again going for their attack onto Church Arsenal, which is a site they are yet to win. Hopefully now with the Jackal as well as the Nomad, they are able to cancel out that Jäger with the search bar on his roam. As you can see, he is once again back up in CCTV, back where he had killed, I believe it was always Gnarly in the very first round here.
It's Vortex says the MPX feels like a pea shooter. Well, you just gotta
I
click
think
on
you
heads,
feel like
man.
a pea shooter. So...
It looks like... It's fine. Alright, it looks like OG are changing up the lineup, switching out the IQ for the double, for the Jackal, trying to secure the flanks with the Nomad and hunt down the roamer up search bar with that Jackal. I would say that's a strong pick coming out from OG, considering how strong, I will say again, search bar has been. It looks like Wolf is doing a little bit of some jiggle peeking with his teammates onto the Nomad. Looks like he's trying to have a little bit of fun. Hey, I don't blame you. When you're second in a 6-6 game with 3 rehos, I would try to have as much fun as possible. Ooh,
yeah,
the
but looks like here
Jackal
we're
ping.
going to see search bar get pinged out from that Jackal pick, which was a very smart idea here, back in the same place where he was, like I said, the very first round. Hopefully they're going to try and get him on his rotate back, as he is a lone roamer. But right now he whiffs some shots onto the Thatcher. He whiffs some shots back, as search bar will get the better of that fight, but they now know that search bar is definitely upstairs, and hopefully they send someone to try and get him, but it just does not look like it. Looks like they are just willing to watch the flames and watch his return back to site, which is also a sound smart move. Once again, another Jackal ping coming out, as Expect is going to be shot down to 1 health, and the Jaeger will get hit by one of those air jacks.
I'm not sure if it's XSplit or is it explicit. I'm confused on how his name's pronounced. I think it's explicit.
Bomb
I
located
think
by
it's
attackers.
explicit. I feel like I may have been saying it wrong this entire time. I don't know how I was saying it. But Ringo Dingo goes in. I believe it was 2 picks all from him. One on main stairs. I don't know who it was. CW Deadstar will get the kill on the search bar though.
Attackers
Looks like
activated.
they are going for a plant. The plant will go down from
Position
Demon Star.
compromised.
As the Maestro just feels like zapping some people, will go down, leaves Spartan Ruler in a 1v4 where he whiffs all but 1 shot onto the Hibana, which down can do to the low health. Once again, whiffs all the shots onto the Thatcher, once again gets the kills. How is he doing this?
Oh!
This should not be around win for the... He gets a kill onto Ringo Dingo. He has to ace.
This is very
He only
well-
has around 10 seconds to do it. He knows where the final one is. He gets a kill on the Thermite. That's the ace for Spartan Ruler, and he has time to get a fuse. What an absolute throw from OG, and them not winning that round. That should not have gone in Spartan Ruler's favor, as he also still had 2 seconds to spare.
Defenders win.
They definitely needed to lock him down and just hold... They peeked way too many angles there with that, and should not have done that. They almost had that, once again, flawless round that we saw last time, just shut down by some misplays and misangles. That was a absolute throw, leaving and allowing Spartan to get that 1v5. Wow.
I'm honestly speechless. I honestly thought that was an OG round. Just OG were not winning their gunfights. If they were able just to get that one last defender, they would honestly just closed out this round. NFG must feel like they're on fire right now. It looks like the Titans of OG may fall today, people. NFG may be the Titan killers in their division. It looks like OG are trying a Church Arsenal take with the Alibi coming out again. Both Italian ops being played this game.
Yeah, I think we just take a second. I almost want to say what a 1v5 from Spartan, But I almost do want to say, what a throw from
Attackers need to
OG.
locate and
The
defuse bomb.
diffuser's down in a 1v5 after that first engagement with the Hibana. They left the Cade of Spartan only on 1 HP, or one shot. If they had just landed one shot into him and played back, they could have played completely off time and
Bomb
sound.
located by
Had they
attackers.
just stalled another 3 seconds, in fact, they would have won the round. They just were not able to do that. That was definitely an OG win that somehow Spartan ended up winning.
10 seconds.
And now, OG stare down match point. 7-6
seconds to
overtime.
Adding my +1.
Just honestly, this is
Attackers are
probably
heading out to defuse a bomb.
OG are probably stuck in a rock and a hard place. They have to win this round to force it to double overtime, or else they just lose their undefeated streak.
Reloading.
It looks like some very
OG.
standard operator picks coming out from NFG here, but which is pretty interesting. Instead of bringing out the buck, they're bringing out the sledge on Hemi, which I find interesting. Wolf roaming upstairs with the alibi, doing the same thing that they did earlier when they first defended Church Arsenal.
Yeah, that definitely was not a good round for OG, and that's now going to set them back a lot, which is not something you want when on the 7-6 overtime. But Dead Star starting it out extremely strong with the pick onto Search Bar, just due to the fact that he swung that angle on a fight that he would not win. He's now going to be meeting up with Wolf. The two roamers, the one change from earlier, which was their only single roamer upstairs, as NFG will be trying to get the kitchen hatch. Does not look like they get it here.
It looks like a failed name coming out from Hemi. I don't believe it actually went through the bars itself. It looks like some interactions coming out from Demon Star, and he gets, I believe, I think, the Thermite Exothermic Charge 3v5 advantage for OG now. It looks like Mortal on the room clear. I'm not sure if they're able to capitalize on this. It's already too late in the round for room clear. NFG have to execute on site now. 120 left on the clock. It looks like they're taking their time. A trade out coming out from Explicit on to Ringo Dingo on the Mira. Nothing very, very interesting coming out right now. It looks like they're dropping hatches right now. I don't think they droned out the alibi within stock. Some pings coming out. It looks like he's
Defender has
trying
left the designated
to
staging
see
area.
if he's going to take the fight onto Mortal. Mortal gets taken out by Wolf. It's now 2v4 advantage for OG. 50
So
seconds
I
left on the
definitely
clock.
do think that he was droned out to some extent because the IQ was aware of his position. He comes up from behind on the, I believe it was Thatcher. Yes, indeed it was. He was very close to killing him, just could not land the shots.
Oh,
He's
no.
now behind
Oh,
the
no.
Thermite, trying to bait it out. It does not seem like the Thermite even hears him.
Swapping mags!
Wolf definitely
hear
seems
this.
as if he could tear down the castle and get the free pick onto Explicit, especially as now he pushes down the hallway, moves into church. The castle has no idea,
15
ends up
seconds left.
going down. The Jaeger gets the refrag, and he is stuck outside a castle barricade, and OG will take it to double overtime now. Very close game between these two, very close engagements. That round was definitely more in the favor of OG, but it got very shady near the end of there with the two picks. I believe it was, or no, sorry, it was the one pick from Explicit on the Thermite.
Double overtime, 7-7 match point. Honestly, an advantage for NFG since considering they have a very, very strong defense. OG have to hope for a miracle now if they want to close this out and keep their undefeated streak. It looks like they're bringing out the Monty for an MLP Demon Star. Demon Star has been doing very well on the Monty this season, but I'm not sure that's enough to close this out. 7-7 overtime, and we're about to move in. 6-pick pace coming out. Doesn't look like they're going to be switching out any operators on either side.
No, they actually switched out the Monty for a Capital and the Legion for a Smoke. OG definitely has the advantage here as they have
Attackers
either
need to
won
locate
or
and
had
defuse
very
as many
close
bombs as they
rounds
can.
on CCTV cache. maybe NFG has just not realized how to win these out other than those retakes. This round though, Ringo Dingo still on that Nomad can shut down the exact same thing that happened last round, which was Search Bar actually winning a 1v2 clutch. That can now be shut down, and this can be put into OG's favor alone with that one operator. We will just have to see if OG is able to have that same power in the rest of their takes.
10 seconds to go.
It looks like a very standard operator lineup, again,
5
coming
seconds
out from NFG. They're probably going to do the same castle barricades like they did earlier, and they're going to have Search Bar doing the same rounds as earlier. I hope OG can read into this and able to shut down Search Bar. What OG needs to do to close up this match is to kill Search Bar. Search Bar has been the elusive man, just denying time and getting out those very strong frags earlier in the round. But it looks like Search Bar may be doing a bit, I do believe the hatch was open in construction. I'm not sure. He might be playing construction.
The Ash was actually a pretty smart pick to counter that castle, and because of that, it will actually cause Spartan Ruler to be thrown into the Claymore of, I believe it was Dead Star, which I'm guessing was just on the drone hole right here, and yep, that will confirm it. They do have the breach open very early, and Spartan,
it looks like
the 1v5 master, I guess, he's now taken out. They will not be able to get a 1v5 from Spartan. Mortal in a very bad position though on the top of Garage. Nobody's there to counter him though, as it seems that he almost gets shot from the breach. If Thermite peeks out a little bit more, he does not though, and Mortal will be able to hide behind the barriers on the catwalk. He will push up, and he dies. He gets killed from CW Death Star, and a 3v5 now. A very good start for this round, as Explicit now at the bottom in Lounge almost gets a kill onto the Nomad, misses the shots. Demon Star drop down to around 55 health as they move into Catwalk. They have Catwalk control. If they had the diffuser, they could go for a plant, as Always Gnarly gets NFG Hemi, and Search Bar gets shut down by also Always Gnarly. It's now up to NFG Explicit, who gets the first kill in the 1v5. They just need to get the plant down. The Ash will start it. If they just sit outside, they can win it, which is the one thing they lacked last time. They know his exact location, and he is not able to rotate up due to the Nomad. He pushes into Cash. They know it, as one will go out on Repel. He gets knifed by the Ash.
And it looks like OG still take their spot as the undefeated the undefeated people of their division. A very, very close game coming out from NFG and OG. This game is over. OG remain undefeated.
We definitely saw OG come back at the end. They started getting their energy back into the round to make that comeback happen. Well, at the same time, NFG just lost their momentum. I thought that maybe with that 1v5 that they would be able to take that and carry it out, but it just does not seem like it. OG able to finish out and win the game. Very close match.
Contra, honestly, this is probably one of the better games I've seen in this league so far. Very close, just amazing clutches coming out from both teams. This was honestly, like, I am absolutely speechless with this game. This game was probably the best game, hands down, in this league.
Yeah, that was definitely very close, and it came down to the wire.
Alright, Contra, will you please invite the people for the interview?
Yep, we have, I believe it is Hemi as well as Demon Star coming in. Looks like Hemi will leave, though. I will have to search for him and try and find him. For right now, let me invite Demon Star. Try and get him in the party. I think he has some problems joining parties. We may have to try another way. For right now, we will just try the invite.
Hello, Demons.
There There we go. All right, we have Demon Star in the party, who is the captain of OG or Oathsworn Gaming Muspelheim team. We will be interviewing him, and also NFG Hemi, who is the captain of the NFG team, when he joins the party. Which, there he is. Please, guys,
First off,
make sure both of you please include your audio before we start any more of this.
Hemi, please include your audio.
I did.
All right. A very good game coming out from both of you. Congratulations on your win, Demon Star, and a very, very close win coming out from you, Hemi. First off, we will interview the loser first. Hemi, what went through and what went wrong for your last few rounds?
Honestly, I just believe that like as soon as we lose one part of our defense, like I'm gonna talk about last round. Literally, like as soon as we lost Garage, we just knew it was over. Like it just works like a domino effect. Like as soon as we lose one part, we just lose the rest. But of course, we just have to work on that as usual and just look for the future. I'm not for sure what happened on our attack round, but we pulled out that hot clutch during the first defense. We did the best we could, and so there's nothing really much to say besides that.
Another thing is, Search Bar had a very, very good individual performance coming into that later half. I believe he dropped 9 kills during that entire, second half. A very individual performance from him.
That was after the third rehost.
There's so many rehearsals now.
Yeah, we had 3 rehosts. The first time it was I guess apparently Search Bar lost his power, so that was phenomenal. And so we had to go through the whole process all over again. The second rehost, we had sound bugs. Like literally, it was me and I believe Explicit. We both had sound bugs, so we had to rehost. So it was one thing after the other. So yeah, it's just a bunch of shit, but it's fine.
Yeah. Sadly, sound bugs is just something that seems to happen very often in Siege. So, looking at the very start, going into overtime, we had, I believe, what was his gamer tag? Spartan Ruler, was it? Clutching that 1v5. That, sorry to say so, he definitely should not have won. That must have raised a bunch of energy into you guys following up those 2 rounds, but then after the first round, it just immediately seemed to fall off. What happened after that round that caused your momentum to go away?
Honestly, I don't know what happened. Like we were all working with each other non-stop, but for some reason we had that momentum, but we just I guess felt too confident in a way, which that does usually happen. But I don't know what happened. Like we just fell apart for whatever reason, but we can make up for it honestly, but happens.
I'd say that's a good way to look out on it. You just always ought to be working on stuff. If it never works, or if it doesn't work, try again. I think now we're going to
practice.
Exactly. I think now we're going to be moving on to the leader of Oathsworn Muspelheim, MLP Demon Star. You guys had a very strong first half. And after, once, like I said, originally the third rehost due to Siege and internet problems and everything, you guys started to fall off once NFG switched onto the defense. What happened during those attack rounds that made you fall off?
Honestly, it's pretty much with all these 3 rehosts, it was our guys were getting a little discouraged because of it. Because it's one of those things where you rehost so many times and you just keep going back into the same game constantly, and it just messes with your mind. So I guess that is what really happened to some of us. And we tried to set up for a lot of different plays, and some of the plays just didn't want to work out right. And it's again, I have to give it to whoever the Jaeger was on some of that roam game, because we had a problem with him most of the time. That's why we had to switch up and start bringing like a Jackal just to find him.
Search Bar carry me to diamond. I'm sorry. Another thing that I found very interesting was the Ying you guys brought out. Are you guys trying to implement Ying right before the Ying buff so you're automatically comfortable with her? Or are you just trying to try out new things with that Ying on Clubhouse?
Actually, the Ying was Ringo's one of his usual plays that he likes, because that's Ying's LMG is extremely powerful if you know how to get the shots off right. And they're also giving it a buff. They're going to give that power buff, which is bringing it more and more towards the game. Yes, we were looking at it, but it's more of a comfort pick for Ringo.
Got it.
All right, and then I believe the final question for today, it's sort of the opposite of what I had asked Hemi. After that 1v5, what happened through your minds that made you come back and win those following 2 rounds?
Well, this is what it was. When that 1v5, it wasn't really mostly us being throwing or doing any of that. We literally were all low health, and some of us were trying to worry about different angles, and some of us were also trying to rotate. Ringo was trying to rotate out. I was trying to rotate out to find a way of holding an angle, and I just happened to run into Gnarly at the time where I believe one of them had like either a camera or something, because I kept getting live pinged. So it was either be there, be where I was, or any of those. So it was just bad placement. We were trying to figure out what to do at the time, and we just got picked off one by one.
All right.
Well, thank you both very much for the interviews, and congratulations on your win, Demon Star. I hope you all had a wonderful game, and honestly, this was probably one of the best games I've ever casted. Well, the second game I've ever casted, but best game I've ever casted, hands down.
Yes, and GG's Hemi. Good playing with you guys.
GG's to you, Demon. Yeah.
And yeah,
I'm sorry.
I was
Good
going
job
to just throw out a shout outs and everything. Everybody, thanks for coming out and hanging out with all of us and seeing the awesome match. You know, some of the OG fans
sure.
out there and some of the NFGs. And feel free to come back and watch GG Esports, guys. Feel free, do it. Yeah, all right. I'm trying to plug, help out. You know. I don't want to fully plug myself in there yet and just be like, I'm gonna check out twitch.tv/MLP Demon Star. Throw it at.
Follow MLP Demon Star on Twitch.
Yeah, good job to both teams today. GG. Great win, OG, and a very strong attempt from NFG. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your night.
Yeah, you too, man.
Yep, you guys as well.
Thank you all, and we'll see you all next time.
Well, I'm staying, so you'll see them next time. I have another
Oh, I'm
match.
staying too. Wait, you're casting another match?
Yes. All right.
Oh, dude, I'm dead.
Oh. Let me
Oh,
get
I'm not casting
the
the other match because I'm
other-
dead.
let me get
Dude,
the other
straight up.
roster. Remember, we are still live.
Oh man, I'm just dead. That match took a lot.